Were all the apostolic and prophetic writings preserved in the New Testament? Yes, and we have every reason to believe this with confidence. There are two main lines of evidence that all inspired writings of the apostles and their associates were preserved and are found in the 27 books of the New Testament. The first is based on the very character of God. The second lies in the careful actions of the early church. First, consider the nature of God. The Bible reveals Him as all-knowing, all-good, and all-powerful. Psalm 139 verses 1-6 and Psalm 147 verse 5 affirm God's infinite knowledge. Psalm 136 and 1 Peter 2 verse 3 point to His boundless goodness. Genesis 1 verse 1 and Matthew 19 verse 26 reveal His limitless power. Would such a God inspire essential writings for the faith of believers only to let them be lost? That would be a contradiction of His nature. The God who ensures not even a sparrow falls without His notice, according to Matthew 10 verse 29, will surely preserve His sacred word. Furthermore, God has preserved His general revelation in nature. Romans 1 verses 19-20 say, His invisible qualities have been clearly seen through what has been made. If He preserves that, would He neglect His special revelation? Romans 3 verse 2 declares that the Jews were entrusted with the very words of God. This divine pattern of preservation tells us that God, who inspired Scripture as stated in 2 Timothy 3 verse 16, will also safeguard it. Philippians 1 verse 6 reinforces this truth. God completes what He begins. But did the church preserve the whole New Testament? Yes, with great care and divine guidance. Even in New Testament times, this preservation began. Luke refers to earlier written records in Luke 1 verses 1-4, possibly Matthew and Mark. Paul, in 1 Timothy 5 verse 18, quotes from the Gospel of Luke chapter 10 verse 7. Peter acknowledges Paul's letters in 2 Peter 3 verses 15-16. Paul instructs in 1 Thessalonians 5 verse 27 that his letter be read to all the brothers. In Colossians 4 verse 16, he directs the church to share his letter with the Laodiceans. Jude in verses 6-7 draws from 2 Peter 2 verses 4-6, showing clear interaction between apostolic texts. John's revelation was addressed to the churches in Asia Minor, as seen in Revelation 1 verse 4. These examples show the early church was deeply involved in preserving and circulating the apostles' writings from the start. The early Christians did not stop there. They quoted these writings extensively. Church fathers from the 2nd to 4th centuries made over 36,000 citations from the New Testament. This includes more than 19,000 from the Gospels, over 1,300 from Acts, more than 14,000 from Paul's letters, nearly 900 from the general epistles, and over 600 from Revelation. All verses except 11 were quoted. Even in the 2nd century, nearly every New Testament book was cited, except 3rd John, which may simply not have been referenced due to context. When false teachings like those of Marcion arose, he rejected most of the New Testament. The church responded by officially defining the canon. Early lists, such as the Muratorian, around AD 170, Apostolic, circa AD 300, Cheltenham, circa AD 360, and Athanasian, AD 367, along with translations like the Old Latin version around AD 200, all confirm this effort. The councils of Hippo in AD 393 and Carthage in AD 410 officially affirmed the 27 books. This has been the lasting consensus of Catholics, Protestants, and Anglicans alike. Evangelical Protestants also agree. The canon is closed. So yes, the New Testament we hold today is complete, preserved by the hand of God and the diligence of His church.